What's good, South Jersey? I'm Isaiah Showell, and I want to introduce you to Miss Morgen Backus of Morgen Backus Nutrition. She invited me to her spot, made delicious lemon balm lemonade, and we sipped and discussed her nutrition journey, along with her nutrition business. She even shared some of her own health challenges that she overcame to help share how properly to tend to our bodies. It's definitely what's good in South Jersey this week. Shout out to Miss Morgen Backus. First of all, Morgen, how you doing on this lovely Saturday? We're here, and you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to hang out with me for a little bit, and I surely do appreciate it. But how are you doing today? Just in general, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I feel great. I feel blessed, I'm happy to be here.
You feel strong?
I do.
Absolutely. I think breakfast is one of the most important meals of the day, right?
Definitely.
So, right? And then I'm thinking in your line of work for a nutritionist, right? Mm-hmm. You probably would scold what I had for breakfast. I had a chicken biscuit, and I was...
It happens sometimes. Sometimes you gotta get something quick.
Absolutely. It was quick, it was filling. However, it was satisfying for my taste buds. Mm-hmm. As a nutritionist, what would you start your day off for a breakfast choice?
So typically I have some type of eggs, whether it's boiled. I eat my eggs personally any type of way, so whether it's scrambled, boiled, poached. But typically I have some type of eggs for protein. I always have some fruit, usually low sugar, so some like cherries, some type of berry, blueberry. I love blackberries. And then I'll have some type of like complex carb. So right now I'm actually doing a gluten-free trial. So I'm doing, I'll have like a brown rice English muffin, and then maybe a little like peanut butter, like good healthy fat, or avocado.
Yeah, you put my breakfast to shame already. Like, I don't even want to say nothing anymore. That's so crazy. You know what I love about that? It sounds very intentional. Mm-hmm. It sounds like there is almost a strategy, probably exactly like a strategy to when you eat. Mm-hmm. So you mentioned blackberries, you mentioned a complex carb, I think.
Yes.
So let's just take those two items. Mm-hmm. What do you get out of a blackberry that is so good for your first meal of the day?
For me, something like a blackberry, like I said, it's going to be lower in sugar, so it's not going to raise my blood sugar so much, versus if I did something like orange or apple, that's higher in sugar, so it's going to raise my blood sugar more first thing in the morning, and we don't want that. And so something like, again, with a complex carb, something that's not gonna, it's on something we call low glycemic. So again, not gonna raise the blood sugar so much. And then also back to the blackberries, it has something called phytonutrients. So those are essentially nutrients that provide us with health benefits. So blackberries being a blue pigmented food gives us benefits for our cognitive health.
I'm curious, did you ever have a season where you just pigged out? Did you ever have a season where you weren't as conscious of what you're putting into your system?
I think when it comes to nutrition and food, it's a journey, right? And we all just like life, we're all on our own journey. And there's gonna be those ebbs and flows where sometimes we do fall off the wagon. And even myself as a nutritionist, I'm not perfect. I go through things. Like I said, I go through things. Like even recently, I was just having some digestive issues. So from there, I had to kind of reassess and say, you know what, all right, I got to go back to the basics. And that kind of led me to even the gluten-free trial that I'm currently doing. But definitely, like I said, I'm guilty of falling off sometimes, and I think it's just a part of being human.
I remember just going on your website, and you're very transparent about what you faced. Mm-hmm. You're a young woman. Mm-hmm. And for you to, be having a battle with IBS, I believe?
Yes.
What was that like through your eyes?
When I was first diagnosed, it was pretty miserable, to be honest with you. And, I just constantly was in pain and discomfort. And at the time, I was a college student, didn't have any money. And the medication that the doctor prescribed me, I couldn't afford it. So I just was determined to, heal myself. And that's what I did. I started researching about food, gut health. I even went to some healthy eating and nutrition seminars. And I healed myself. All my symptoms, everything went away, but it wasn't an overnight process. After going through that and coming out obviously better, it was empowering, and I also wanted to teach other people that, and that was why I ended up going to school for it, and yeah, here I am now. I want to empower other people to be able to do the same, because your health is in your hands.
Day to day, what does your menu look like? Breakfast, lunch, dinner? Also, how frequently are you eating too?
I typically do eat like 3 square meals a day. Usually I have like 1 snack-ish. I always have breakfast, and like I mentioned before, eggs is always like a staple for me for breakfast. I just feel like breakfast really sets the tone for my day. So when I have a balanced breakfast, I typically will, my whole day is like pretty much structured because my breakfast was really good, if that makes sense. Usually for lunch, I'm usually working, so I will have packed something like some type of leftovers that I had like yesterday. I actually had made some lamb chops in the crock pot. So they were organic, pasture raised, all that. And I made those, slow cooked them in the crock pot, and then that was my leftovers for lunch. So typically that's my lunch, and then some type of leftover. And really for dinner, I try to keep it a little bit lighter. So I like to have like some salmon, maybe like some brown rice. Lately I've really been on the whole cruciferous vegetables. So either like some Brussels sprouts, some broccoli, cabbage, especially as a female, those are really good, vegetables for estrogen and things like that. So yeah, that's what I've been feeling lately. So yeah.
Okay, give me your list of top do's to eat, but the top don'ts as well. So what are the things that you are definitely open arms to, but then what are the other things that are just like, can't have it, I'm avoiding this, this probably tastes good, but in the long run, it's not really good for me.
Right. My do's are organic foods, and I know there's like, not necessarily controversy, but I know that there's concern about cost and things like that. But if you look up the Dirty Dozen, then those are the foods that you should buy organic. So just to kind of, save some money in your pockets. Local too, especially this time of year, there's so many like farm stands, and you can definitely find local foods, and that's honestly like the best. So definitely local, and you're supporting farmers too, so that's awesome. And definitely, hydrating water. I know it's so basic, but like it's super, super important. Like we have to hydrate. And yeah, like a vegetable with each meal if you can. But definitely making your plate colorful, So again, talking about those phytonutrients. When you're eating foods with color, they're gonna have phytonutrients that are, again, good, have health promoting benefits for us. So making your plate as colorful as possible, adding those fruits and vegetables to your plate, no matter what you're eating, just kind of, and you can get creative with it, and it kind of makes it fun. So I would say my don'ts, definitely refined sugar, grains, so those white, sugar, white grains, we don't want to do that. And like soda. My recommendation is to focus on, sit down and think about the things that, are must for you, things that you eat on a daily basis or a weekly basis, and really try to find some better alternatives to those things that you just like can't live without, because they're out there.
Inflammation is something Morgan says people need to stay away from. So I noticed when she went grocery shopping that she had blackberries in her cart because they fight inflammation and are a great source of fiber as well. The spring mix is a must. They carry phytonutrients and assist in healthy aging and disease prevention. Kombucha, anyone? It helps with digestion. And last but certainly not least, the knock your sprouts off bread because of the increase in antioxidants and vitamins B and C. The best part about shopping with Morgan is she showed me that the alternatives can be had without exceeding my personal budget.
I know you have teas.
Yeah.
I know you have these different things that, just make sure that we're looking good, but we're feeling good too.
Right.
Tell us a little bit more about those teas that you have. And I think you have ginger shots as well.
I
and all
do.
those things.
Food is first, always first. But I also am a huge advocate for herbs. They are an extension of food. And they can be so healing, and they have so many benefits to our health. And so that's why I created my teas, my herbal tea blends that are for wellness. So I have 4. I have my Renew tea, which is really good for doing like a gentle detox. It helps to cleanse the liver, the kidneys. And then I have a calming tea, which is really good for sleep, relaxation. And then I also have a vitality tea. That's one of my best-selling teas. It has elderberry, echinacea, really good for the immune system. So typically, like around flu, cold season, like that's when people would grab that. And then the last one that I have is invigorating. So that's just a caffeine-free herbal, like uplifting and energetic herbal tea. So yeah, and then I also have some essential topical oils that I make. I have 2. I have one for menstrual cramps for women, and then I also have a joint. It's called Joint Anoint, and it's for joint pain and inflammation.
Anointing stuff. All right.
And
She's anointing us out here. All right, with the oils.
So that's actually one of my best-selling oils. I do have ginger shots, and that's a blend of ginger, turmeric, some lemon, black pepper.
Clients of Morgan start with an initial consultation, lasts for about 90 minutes, covering your health history. You do a nutrition-focused physical exam, then there's a follow-up session that lasts for about 45 minutes, all about getting to know you and your health history. And we even start a food journal, so you can track what goes in and out of your body. Visit her website to book your appointment.
This is the this or that questions. So it's like rapid fire.
Okay.
So you can't really think about it too long.
Just say.
Just give it to me, all right? Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you set? Here we go. Celery juice or beet juice?
Beet juice.
Meditation or long walks?
Long walk.
Agave or honey?
Honey.
Almond butter or peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
Natural talent or developed skill?
Develop skill.
Self-made or coached?
Self-made.
Spring water or purified water?
Spring.
Ginger shots or sea moss?
Ginger shots.
Rose water or witch hazel?
Rose water.
Chicken breast or protein powder?
Chicken breast.
Kendrick or Drake?
Kendrick.
Yeah, me too. We love you,
It's a
Drake.
no-brainer.
Yeah. Home gym or gym membership?
Home gym.
Building muscle or building endurance?
Muscle.
Kombucha or aloe vera juice?
Kombucha.
Ooh. 1,000 mountain climbers or 1,000 crunches?
Mountain climbers.
Flexibility or strong core?
Core.
Brandy or Monica?
Sorry. Brandy. That was a hard one.
Okay.
I like them both.
Being spontaneous or being a planner?
I'm a planner.
Absolutely. That was fun.
It was.
That was all I got.
I like those questions.
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks, I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
South Jersey, especially the ladies. Don't forget to check out Miss Morgen Backus and her website, morganbackus.com. She's definitely what's good in South Jersey.